Hey everyone, it is Monday, June 5th, 2017, and it's time to go to work on music. It's been a great day so far, and I'm excited for a productive session. A lot of the time management issues that I've been having the last couple of weeks, I'm steadily resolving those, which I'm really happy about. And if you guys have any other thoughts on that, just feel free to pitch in. I'm definitely curious. Today's going to be a really good day. We're going to hit some online classes, going to move forward with some guitar work, and then we're going to get in on the production front and just hit this record hard, keep moving forward, extend some of the chorus ideas that I was working on Saturday, and just make sure that the record's closer to being done by the end of the session than it is right now. So I'll take you guys along for the ride, try to explain as much as I can as we go. Let's get it. All right, excellent session today. Got to be happy with the timing of it and the way that I focus my energy. I'm really making some big strides there, so I'm happy about that. Got it on the online class front, moved forward with the Year Sketch library and the Python programming language as usual, just talking a little bit about loops and for loops, and it's bringing me back to my like C++ days back in the day when I studied computer science in high school and college, which was like getting to be a while ago. But I've been wanting to get back into that stuff, and it just popped up in this music technology class, and it's just been this like perfect little pivot point. So I'm embracing it, but not putting too much time into that because the focus is the album right now. Then I was getting in on the business class front, just learning a little bit more about budgeting and about pre-production and making scratch tracks and fleshing out the arrangement and like setting the arrangement and the all the different parts of the song pretty much in stone, like the skeleton of the song in stone, and then coming back and polishing everything, which is great because that's pretty much what I'm doing right now with my own stuff. So it's nice to have that intuition corroborated from the outside. And then I got in on the harmony class front and was learning a little bit more about alternating chord patterns. And it's a really common thing in hit songs like Sweet Emotion by Aerosmith, Give Me Some Lovin' by the Spencer Davis Group, Imagine by John Lennon. Those songs are all based on alternating chords between the one chord and the four chords. So it just kind of adds a little bit of a different color to the one chord, and so it's not just a one chord progression. So it's interesting to see how common that is and how simple it is and how effective it is actually. And I'm just looking forward to forming my own opinion about the message that that sends emotionally. So that's it's always exciting to have new tools and new vision into the craft. um, and then I got in on the guitar front, did some review of some power chord exercises, and then moving forward with just an exercise moving chord shapes up and down the neck, just kind of experimenting and having fun with that, exploring new chords and new tonal possibilities with that, using the metronome. And then took a short break, did some reading out of my recording book, just reading about spot mics and how changing the volume of spot mics really changes the dry-wet balance in the mix. And spot mics are just like when you put a microphone on one instrument instead of having like an array of microphones that mic like the whole ensemble if there's more than one player, or if there's more than one voice, like a guitar and voice. Um, yeah, I mean, the author's just talking about how that has some obvious benefits, like in pop music, sometimes you want the kick and the snare drum like right in the listener's face. But then also you just want to do that knowingly because, if you decide to bring up uh, the cello in volume, I don't know what kind of a ensemble it is, then like that could really alter the spectral and like imaging properties of the mix. So it's pretty technical stuff, but it's really fun to learn about and really interesting. And I just feel like I want to know everything I possibly can about what I do, and it's so exciting, and I'm so hungry for that knowledge, and it's fun. So why not? And who knows when that's going to come in handy. I mean, everything helps everything. That's what I've realized from playing multiple instruments, from pursuing different disciplines within music. Like, understanding all the aspects of the craft enhances every other aspect of it. It really does for me. And then I got in on the writing front and spent a long time just toying with the arrangement, where I want the song to go from here. I've got some really killer parts, so I'm a little reluctant to not have them in there. But I also don't want to succumb to the danger of the multi-track recording environment, which is just putting way too many ideas into one song, or just way too many ideas into one part. So I want to make sure that I'm, doing it right, but also not overdoing it, if that makes sense. So I was just listening to some bands that I really like, who I think have unique and interesting arrangements that I really enjoy, and who I think have like a strong instrumental presence in the band, which is definitely what I'm going for on this track and with this record, which I tend to do in general. And yeah, I'm just realizing, like, they pretty much always have two choruses before they do anything weird in the song, or like have weird parts or solos or anything like that. So they really do tend to adhere to that pretty traditional pop song structure. And then in the bridge after the second chorus seems to be where people can get away with a lot of weird stuff, and you can add weird parts and instruments, multiple bridge sections, solos, like things like that. Like, I guess our ear is just accustomed to that being a section where it's okay for like weird stuff to happen without you feeling like, oh, I don't like this anymore, Which is interesting, because I kind of just wanted to go straight from the second verse into the bridge, which I've done with other songs, and I really liked it, but I don't know if other people are going to vibe with that. So that's like a dangerous territory for me to be in, because it's like, okay, how experimental do I want to get? How important is it to me to do that? And what's the ultimate goal? Like, am I trying to satisfy the listener as much as possible, or am I just trying to satisfy myself? Am I the target audience? Like, who is the target audience? And that's like where I feel like the marketing and business stuff can creep too much into the songwriting process, and I want to be wary of that. But at the same time, like, I don't know if there's like a moral absolute around bringing your target audience into your creative process. Like, in any business, you're always trying to satisfy the customer. Well, not always, but it's great to satisfy the customer and give people what they want. So yeah, I don't know. I'm really grappling with that. If you guys have any thoughts on that, let me know. I think in the past I've sort of just been like, to heck with what anyone else thinks. Like, I'm just gonna do what I want to do and like forget about it. But with this project, I've thought a lot more about, like, what do I want to hear? Like, what really sounds good to me? What do I really want to hear? So I don't think those things are too disparate. I think it's starting to gel, like what I want to hear, what I like, what my target audience would like. Like, I'm kind of creating my target audience with this music. So I don't know. I'll just keep working on that, and it's okay to not know and just like make mistakes, and I'm just gonna try stuff out. I'm just gonna like do a couple weird things, and then if I don't like the way it sounds, then I won't do it, and if I like the way it sounds, then I'll keep it. So that's kind of where I'm at with that. I think it's time to just experiment, like try some weird stuff out, let the song take me where it wants to be taken, and just discover some really cool stuff along the way, whether that's traditional or following in line with what other people have done. Like, that actually doesn't matter. I just want it to be authentic. So there you go, answered my own question. Anyway, guys, hope you guys are out there grinding towards your goals, enjoying the process as much as possible. That's what I'm out here doing, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for more. Till then.